For years, 90 Day Fiancé fans have loved to hate Colt Johnson, and perhaps, he's deserved it. But now, after surviving a harrowing health scare and enduring a painful divorce, Colt is showing a new side of himself. He's no longer just the awkward mama's boy with a penchant for drama and questionable romantic decisions. Instead, Colt seems determined to embrace gratitude, friendship, and even joy, proving it's never too late to rewrite your own story. In the world of reality TV, where villains are often made as much as born, Colt has worn his black hat well. But as he steps into a new chapter of his life, and a new stint on 90 Day Hunt for Love, it seems the infamous Colty is trying to prove that people can grow, mature, and find happiness, even after the storm. From villain to victim, and back again. Colt first stumbled into fame when he appeared on 90 Day Fiancé alongside Larissa Lima. He was the shy Las Vegas software engineer with an overbearing mother, and she was the fiery Brazilian beauty who seemed to light up every room, and every fight. Fans couldn't get enough of the volatile dynamic. He was ridiculed for his mommy issues, his controlling tendencies, and his apparent dishonesty, while Larissa was criticized for her temper and alleged gold digging. Their marriage imploded spectacularly. Colt's messy romantic life continued with Jess Caroline, who famously threw a shoe at him after discovering he cheated on her, with none other than his longtime friend, Vanessa Guerra. But even that pairing, which some hoped would finally bring stability to his life, eventually fell apart too, with Colt and Vanessa quietly divorcing in 2024. Through it all, Colt kept coming back to the 90 Day universe, seemingly unscathed by public opinion, if not completely unrepentant. But behind the scenes, something shifted when a freak accident landed him in the hospital. Twice, he injured the same leg so badly that doctors warned he could lose it. The prospect of amputation was no longer hypothetical. For once, reality was more shocking than reality TV. Waking up every day and still having both legs, that's something I don't take for granted anymore, Colt admitted in a recent Instagram post. When you've been through something like that, you start to see how precious the small things are. Finding joy in unexpected places. Colt's appearance on Hunt for Love could have been just another messy dating show storyline. But for once, the romantic drama has taken a backseat. Instead, Colt's posts and interviews have highlighted his growing appreciation for friendship and connection, in all its forms. On set, he bonded with castmate Nikki Valenti, who praised Colt for keeping things light and silly behind the cameras. Their shared laughter, she noted, was one of the highlights of filming. Colt made me laugh every single day, Nikki shared. It's easy to judge people based on what you see on TV, but there's more to him than people realize. Indeed, Colt himself seems to have realized this. The best part of the show wasn't the dates or the drama, he wrote. It was the people I met, the friends I made. You never know who's going to bring good energy into your life, but when they do, you hold on to that. That sentiment may sound cliché, but coming from a man who once seemed to view women as chess pieces and friends as disposable, it's a notable shift. Colt seems to have learned that happiness doesn't always have to come from romance, and that love comes in many forms. Astrology and duality, the Gemini effect. Colt has long embodied the contradictions of his astrological sign, Gemini. The twins are famously charming, witty, and intelligent, but also fickle, restless, and occasionally two-faced. Like many Geminis, Colt has often been his own worst enemy in love, playing the devoted partner while secretly sabotaging his relationships. He's the perfect Gemini, one fan wrote in a Reddit thread. Funny, smart, but always chasing the next thing, even if it ruins what he has. Indeed, Colt's relationships with Larissa and Jess showed both sides of the Gemini coin, affectionate and attentive one moment, then deceitful and aloof the next. His impulsive curiosity often led him into temptation, and his penchant for gossip and drama didn't help matters. But even Geminis grow up eventually. And perhaps Colt's brush with losing his leg, and nearly his independence, forced him to confront the darker side of his duality and choose to nurture his better self. The shadow of Mother Debbie. No story of Colt's redemption can ignore the shadow cast by his mother, Debbie. For years, fans watched as Debbie inserted herself into Colt's relationships, often undermining his partner's and keeping her son uncomfortably close. Their codependent dynamic was both a source of comic relief and genuine discomfort for viewers. Many argued that Debbie's constant interference stunted Colt's emotional growth, making it difficult for him to fully commit to a partner or assert his independence. Her intentions may have been good, but the consequences were profound. Looking back, Colt seems to understand this. At some point, you have to make your own mistakes, he shared in a candid interview. My mom loves me, but she doesn't get to live my life. Only I can do that. That realization, though long overdue, may be one of the biggest steps Colt has taken toward becoming his own man. Lessons from Larissa. And then there was Larissa, the unforgettable Leo who became Colt's most infamous match. Their chemistry was undeniable, but so was their incompatibility. Larissa thrived on glamour, attention, and drama, while Colt clung to his routines and his modest Vegas lifestyle. Their fights became legendary, and their marriage imploded under the weight of mistrust, cultural clashes, and Debbie's interference. Yet even as Larissa accused Colt of cheating and Colt accused Larissa of using him, it was clear that both learned something from their time together. For Colt, it may have been a lesson in what he doesn't want, and what he can't change about someone else. She is who she is, Colt has said of Larissa. And that's okay, but she's not for me. On the road to redemption. These days, Colt seems to be more at peace with himself, and with his past. His journey hasn't been easy, and much of it has played out on national television for millions to see. But his near amputation, his divorce, and his growing awareness of what really matters in life have given him a new outlook. The once villainous Colt now shares words of gratitude and positivity with his fans, encouraging them to appreciate life's small joys. His Instagram is filled with smiles, jokes, and photos of him with his Hunt for Love castmates, a far cry from the brooding, defensive posts of years past. Life's short, Colt wrote recently. Grab happiness where you can find it. That may not sound like the Colt fans first met on 90 Day Fiancé, but that's the point. People can change, if they're willing to. What's next for Colt? Whether or not Colt finds lasting love on Hunt for Love remains to be seen. He still has his flaws, and his history suggests that romance may always be a challenge for him. But for now, he seems focused on something deeper than a quick fling or a dramatic relationship. He's focused on building a better life, and a better version of himself. Colt's story is a reminder that everyone deserves a second chance, and sometimes, even a third or fourth. Growth isn't linear, and redemption isn't always easy. But when it comes, it's worth the wait. So, will Colt ever fully shed his villain reputation? Maybe not. But if he's truly learned to appreciate the simple things, to treasure his friends, and to forgive himself for his mistakes, then he's already won something far more important than any reality show prize. Because in the end, the greatest love story is the one you write for yourself.